Hi, it's Kelly again from the Little Point Bookshop and the Second Cup Cafe. I'm here today with our mayor in town, Doug Vitale, and we're going to talk about the importance of small town businesses, why Doug became mayor, and some of his favorite books that he read. I will say Doug and I became friends before he was the mayor, talking about books, some of which he's going to talk about today. So Doug, why don't you introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about your progression to mayor?
Sure. So I've been in town for about 11 years. When I came to town, I fell in love with the town. So I volunteered as a Little League coach. I was on a Little League board and just, again, fell in love with the town. Whenever there was a store opening, I was the first one there with my kids. And then had the opportunity to run for council. I'm not a politician. I knew nothing about politics, but I said, hey, if it's going to give back to the town, I want to do it. So I did that for 4 years. And then our current mayor at the time moved up and there was an opportunity to run. And I said, hey, let's try the mayor thing. And it's been great so far, year 2 out of 4.
Yeah, it's been fun. Doug and I first talked about his love of nonfiction books. And we do feel like in the bookstore, we become friends with people very easily because books are like such a great conversation starter.
Definitely.
And we've read a lot of the same books.
Yes.
He just told me what some of his favorite books were, and one of them is Lonesome Dove, which is also one of my favorite books, which I just found out.
Yeah, exactly.
So one of the reasons I wanted to talk to Doug today, and no, weirdly, especially today, we ended up that we're meeting on September 11th, and then we had yesterday happen with Charlie Kirk, and it just feels like a really dark day. So I think this is a great day for us to sit here and talk about the beauty and the tradition of small towns and why people like them. And if you could just like speak to that a little bit.
Sure. So my personal experience, I grew up in Paramus, and for those that know Paramus, there's no small town vibe. Our downtown is Route 17 and Route 4. So there's not a lot of downtown going on there. So as soon as we came down here, when we were checking out the town and we came downtown, I fell in love with the downtown. And my biggest thing being I'm an avid reader, and I'm not saying it because you're in front of me, but I think every downtown needs a bookstore. So to have you here is amazing as well. And Point Pleasant Beach is unique, right? Because we have the beach, we have the boardwalk, but we also have this lively, vibrant downtown with a lot of great stores and restaurants. So my job as mayor is to let our visitors know that, hey, we're more than just the beach and boardwalk. We do have this downtown, and I'm trying to get us to be vibrant all year long instead of just the summer months.
Yeah, and that's a good point. We have this great downtown that is, when people hear about Point Pleasant, they do first talk about the boardwalk or the rides or the beach. But we have great restaurants.
Yeah.
We have great little stores. We love being here as the bookstore, so we definitely encourage all of you to visit all year long. We try to keep everybody busy and do fun events all year at the, even in the winter months and stuff like that. And so you've been here 11 years.
11 years.
And so you didn't have like political aspirations.
Not at all.
You're just a dad that raises his kids.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So my father-in-law was the mayor of our old town of Wyckoff and trying to get me to go to all the political functions, and I stay far away from that. So it's very weird, this whole reversal, because now I'm in it. So again, it's just the love for the town and wanting to make the town better when I leave it.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't know that I would say I hang out with politicians, but Doug is fun, and it's been a nice experience watching him go through this whole experience and watching him as a father. He's been here with his kids a bunch, and his wife is really nice, and they're downtown shoppers, and then all of a sudden he's the mayor, and you already knew everybody anyway, so that was also a plus. But yeah, we especially today, especially after like all the there's a lot of big things happening in the world, and there's a lot of big things on social media, a lot of big opinions. And I feel like when you're in Point Pleasant Beach downtown, you really do feel removed from all of the loud stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think we're good here about keeping ourselves a little bit removed. And I like, it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, you want your kids off social media as much as possible sometimes. So to come down here, visit some of these stores. Do you have a favorite? I mean, I guess you can't say your favorite restaurant is, but what's like, if your family was going to do like a perfect day in Point Beach, what would you guys do?
So obviously it'd be hitting downtown for some shopping. I honestly don't have a favorite, even though I couldn't say if I did, but I love every single restaurant in town. We rarely go over the bridge to anywhere other towns because we have it all right here. So, grab lunch somewhere, maybe hit the beach and the boardwalk in the summertime. And then we have a front porch, and I will pick up a book and just sit on my front porch and read for hours. So
yeah, it's a good way to spend the day.
Yeah.
And it's true, because even when people come here and they ask me what our favorite restaurants are, it takes me I'm like, it depends if you're in the mood for this.
Right.
And if you're really hungry, you want to go here. If you're just,
Yeah.
So we have a plethora of really good, and also good people.
Yeah.
The business owners down here are great. We have a Chopped Champion across the street at Munsey's Mercantile. We have Jersey Shore Barbecue is on Diners Driving.
Yeah, and Heights 167 as well. Yeah.
Oh, and Heights 167 is delicious. Yeah. We hope that this little show that we do will highlight some of the small businesses coming up. But we just wanted to talk to Doug today about his love for the town, and we wish you all the success.
Thank you.
As a reader, because we have to make everybody talk about books, we want to know what you like to read and if you have favorites.
So I definitely love nonfiction. I love biographies. I'm a big music guy, so I love musician biographies. But my two favorite books are Dead Wake by Eric Larson. Actually, all of Eric Larson's books are phenomenal. But this one I really like, about the sinking of the Lusitania. Mm-hmm. And I just read Lonesome Dove last year, and I was so upset when it was done because I want to go back and read it again. It was so good. And it's not the type of genre that I really would read, but it was phenomenal.
Not the happiest book.
Right, not the happiest book, but just all the characters, it was amazing.
And when you think the world is chaotic,
right,
it's always been, maybe.
Exactly, right.
I think we still are a little better off now than we
we were back then, yeah.
But yeah, Doug and I have definitely, I think Eric Larson was the first thing we talked about.
Yeah.
Also, I'm reading the Tom Petty biography.
Oh,
it's really good. So this is how we became friends, and we encourage all of you that have not been to the store, or if you have, to come in and talk to us about your favorite books, and visit the downtown. It's fun here, and you don't know what you're missing if you don't.
Right.
Anything else?
No.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Have a good day, everybody.